Brother, let's get straight to the point because I don't have time for niceties. You want to know how to make a woman fall at your feet? It doesn't matter if you've known her since yesterday, or if you've been in the game for years with the same woman, be it your friend, wife, fling, or whatever. What I'm going to show you here will give you a massive advantage over any average Joe out there, and even over the woman herself. Pay attention. We're going to talk about how the female mind works, what really sparks desire, attraction, and how you can stop being a loser to finally become the man she'll chase after. Now get ready mentally, because the conversation here is intense. If you follow the rules I'm about to share and don't try to be a nice guy, you won't fail. I've tested all this stuff, and I'm going to show you how you can control her feelings and thoughts. So, do the basics. Click like, subscribe, and pay attention because this content will open your mind. Let's go! Number 1. Stop being a fool and don't create expectations, my man. You know what happens when you start creating expectations about that girl. You become an emotional clown. You start fantasizing about a future full of rainbows, kids, and happy endings with the woman, and that will mess up your whole behavior. Suddenly you're there, all caring and attentive, treating her like she's the last cookie in the jar. Guess what she sees? Just another idiot doing what every desperate guy does. Women are already immune to men who melt for them. They're tired of all the losers who act this way. Want to be different? Stop investing your emotions like she's the lottery prize. Talk to other women, keep your options open, and for the love of everything, don't put your feelings on the table. The less attention you give her, the more she'll go crazy trying to get yours. This behavior is the opposite of what regular guys do, and it's exactly what will put you ahead of them. Number 2, stop acting like a hormonal teenager. Have self-control. You know that urge to send a dumb text in the middle of the night or make a rash decision in the heat of the moment? Breathe. Hold back that stupid impulse. Every time you're about to open your mouth or send an impulsive message, stop and think. Am I acting like a man or like a boy? Because let me tell you, when you act impulsively, you're putting yourself in a position of weakness. Yes, weakness. You're handing over the keys to your emotional control to her. And guess what? She'll quickly realize you're just another predictable guy with no control. Women aren't attracted to men who react like a dog chasing its own tail. They want someone who knows what he's doing, who doesn't react to every little tease or provocation. So the secret is, breathe deeply, think about the situation, and most importantly, ask yourself, if I do this, what will her reaction be? What feeling will I provoke? When you start thinking before you act, you gain control. And she'll notice that you're not like the other guys, that you're not always available or acting the way she expects. And it's exactly this self-control that will make her realize you're not like the others. You're not there to be her puppet. You're in control. And if there's one thing that keeps a woman's interest and respect, it's knowing that you're not going to dance to her tune. Number 3, stop being the available doormat. Be a challenge, for God's sake. You know what kills attraction faster than a motivational speech from a life coach? Being predictable. Showing her that you're 100% available, with no other options, and worst of all, that your life revolves around her. Man, if you do this, you're signing your death sentence on the attraction scale. There's nothing more of a turn-off than a guy who doesn't value himself and is just sitting there waiting for any crumb of attention. Women like men who are a challenge, period. And one of the biggest triggers to ignite that attraction is when she realizes that other women want you too. Pre-selection is like gold in the female attraction market. She needs to feel that you're not easy, that you have other options, that you're not desperately chasing after her like she's the last woman on earth. If you subtly show that other women have their eyes on you, her mind will start spinning. She'll feel like she needs to win you over. And for the love of all that's sacred, never, ever say that you're available only for her or that you're tired of seeing other people. Want to lose her for good? Do that. What you need is the opposite. Leave it in the air that there are people interested in you. Even if it's just an impression, make her believe it. It'll mess with her ego. It'll stir up her desire. And bam, you've become the trophy she wants to win. So here's the tip. Being a constant challenge is what will keep the attraction alive. Being easy, that will only get you forgotten faster than an old meme. Number 4, control her emotions but with class, man. This is where things get serious. If you want to keep a woman glued to you, you need to understand that it's an emotional game, and if you don't have control of it, you're already losing. The trick is simple. Balance between giving her security and once in a while throwing in a little insecurity just to remind her she's not in full control. Women by nature are more insecure, and before anyone comes with victimization talk, this is basic biology, and that's where you come in. If you give her the impression that you're 100% guaranteed, always available, head over heels in love, then it's over. She'll feel like she's already won. She'll put you on the shelf, and soon she'll be looking for something more exciting. Now the secret, make her comfortable but never fully secure. Throw in some uncertainty once in a while. It could be with a teasing joke, a subtle insinuation, or even the classic, take a bit longer to respond to her messages. No desperate moves, just a reminder that she still needs to win you over. If you do it right, you'll see how she starts seeking your approval. It's like a game where she never knows if she's won or if she still needs to keep playing. And my friend, nothing keeps a woman more engaged than that emotional tension. She'll stay attached to you, always wanting to be close to feel secure again, because you're the one who controls the dynamic. But remember, play this game well because balance is everything. If you mess it up, whether by giving too much security or too much uncertainty, you lose. And losing here means becoming whatever. You don't want to be that guy, right? If you're tired of being the idiot she uses as a doormat, accepting any crumbs she throws your way, only to get kicked aside like trash whenever she feels like it, then wake up. It's time to stop swallowing disrespect and flip this dirty game around. Head to the description and grab the digital book I left for you. After reading it, you'll learn how to be a real challenge, to never lower your head again, and to put any woman in her place without mercy. No more being stepped on and thrown away like you're worthless. If you want respect, start acting like a man who demands it. Number 5, make her miss you. It's basic. Look, there's nothing more powerful than leaving a woman with that feeling of, why did he disappear? And do you know how you do that? Simple. Stop being the 24/7 available puppy. Just because she sends you a message doesn't mean you have to respond the next second. Have your own life. Have things to do, for God's sake. When you're always there, ready, responding instantly. Do you know what you're saying? That you have nothing else to do but wait for her to give you attention. And that, my friend, reduces your value to almost zero. The trick is to create a sense of scarcity. If you respond when you want, or only at specific times, you make it clear that your life doesn't revolve around her. And guess what that does? She starts wondering where you are, what you're doing, and naturally she starts missing you. Absence creates desire. It makes her realize that you're not always available, and suddenly she wants to be closer to you. So here's the advice. Disappear once in a while. Let her feel the void of your absence. Because if you're always there, available, where's the challenge? Where's the excitement? Make her see that you're busy, that your life is full of important things, and she'll want to be a part of that. Number 6, work on your self-esteem, because without it, you're done. Let's be very clear here. Self-esteem is everything. If you don't value yourself, if you can't look in the mirror and see someone who deserves the best, forget it. You're already playing from behind before you've even started. Do you know what truly attracts women? Unshakable confidence. You don't need to be the best-looking or most perfect guy, but you have to be the one who knows his own worth and isn't begging for approval from anyone, especially not from her. Now, I'm going to give you a reality check. Women are constantly dealing with insecurity, so when they find a man who's at peace with himself, who doesn't worry about every little flaw, it's like finding a unicorn. She senses that energy, that confidence, and that's what makes her want to be around you. It's not because you're trying to be perfect. It's because you act like someone who already knows he deserves the best, and that's contagious. So stop focusing on your flaws and start acting like the guy who knows he's desirable, who's capable. You don't need to be the most amazing guy in the world for her to think you're amazing. What you need is to have your head in the right place and believe in your own worth. When you see yourself that way, she'll see it too. And guess what? That's what puts you miles ahead of all the insecure guys out there. Number 7, stop being desperate and don't force anything, man. If there's one thing women can sense from miles away, It's desperation, and nothing kills attraction faster. Begging to go out, to get that kiss, or whatever it is the most efficient way to show that you're desperate. And guess what? Desperation is poison to attraction. So instead of forcing things like an idiot, learn to play the game smartly. I'm not saying be passive and let fate take its course, but have a strategy. Create situations where things flow naturally. Instead of asking for a kiss like a teenager, create that vibe where she wants to kiss you without you even having to say a word. And instead of begging her to go out with you, make her think it was her idea. That's the secret, because she'll feel like she's in control of the situation. But in reality, it's you who's running the whole show. And guess what? Women love that. The illusion of control is what makes them feel attracted while you're there. Calm, pulling the strings of the show without seeming like a desperate guy needing validation. So stop forcing things and learn to manipulate the scenario. If you do it right, she'll want to be with you by her own choice without you having to beg. Number 8. Hold your tongue and don't rush to say you like her too soon, for God's sake. Look, I'll be clear here. If you're the type who barely exchanged a few words with the girl and you're already dying to declare that you're in love, you're digging your own grave. Never, I repeat, never drop an "I like you" before she's practically dying to hear it come out of your mouth. What happens when you jump the gun? You throw away the mystery, which is the fuel of attraction. You basically say, "Here I am, all yours." And what does she do with that? She loses interest because the game ended too soon. Women love a challenge, a mystery, not knowing exactly what's going on in the guy's head. If you open up too soon, you become predictable, and worse, you put yourself in a position of weakness. She already knows what you feel, so what's the fun in continuing? The power is in keeping her guessing, making her wonder, does he like me? Am I in control here? And here's the crucial part. When she finally reaches that point where she's practically demanding confirmation, begging you for an emotional response, you still have to be smart. Even if she's pleading to know how you feel, don't spill your feelings like a teenager in his first love. Drop it sparingly at the right moment, and only if it's really necessary, because the longer you keep her in doubt, the more she'll get hooked on you. Mystery creates desire, and desire keeps the interest alive. Now, if you confess your feelings too soon, you know what happens? She loses interest. Simple as that. Because she already knows she's got you in the palm of her hand. She doesn't need to invest emotionally anymore. You've become an open book, and no one wants to read a book that's too easy to figure out. So the lesson here is clear. Control your anxiety. The secret is to keep her guessing for as long as possible. This not only gives you control of the situation, but also keeps her thinking about you all the time. She'll want to know more, want to understand what you feel, and that will bring her even closer. Number 9, stop being weak and have a life outside of her. Now comes the slap in the face you need. Listen up. Stop living for her. Stop acting like she's the center of your universe, like she's the sun and you're just a little planet revolving around her. Do you think that's how you'll learn respect? Let me tell you something hard but necessary. No woman will respect you if you don't have a real life outside of her. If you don't have ambitions, hobbies, goals, and you're not obsessed with something bigger than her, you're nothing to her. Do you know what makes her see you as a real man? Seeing that you have something more important to do than just fawn over her. A woman wants a guy who has his own life. A guy who's so focused on growing, on achieving his goals, that she feels privileged to be part of that journey. But do you know what you're doing? You're throwing all that in the trash because you're there, always available, always at her disposal, living for her. Pathetic. Want to know why she doesn't respect you? Because she feels that you don't respect yourself. And without respect, my man, there's no attraction. If you live to please, to respond right away, to do everything she wants, you're just a puppet in her hands. And do you know what she does with puppets? She plays with them until she gets bored and throws them away. So, if you don't have something bigger to focus on, create something. Work on your goals, take care of your body, your mind, your finances. Because without that, you'll always be that disposable guy. And let me tell you the truth. She doesn't want to be your world, and if you make her your world, you're going to lose her. So wake up and get this into your head. Either you build a life that's worth living, or you'll spend your whole life as a side character in someone else's story. And guess what? No woman wants to be with a side character. She wants to be with the protagonist. So be that guy, or accept being left behind forever. So stop being mediocre, stop living to please, and start acting like someone who truly has value. Because at the end of the day, either you're the guy they want to chase, or you're just another face in the crowd they'll forget over time. And the world doesn't have room for those who accept being forgotten. You have two choices from now on. Grow up and take your place, or stay stuck in this pathetic cycle of neediness and desperation. The decision is yours, but I'll warn you, those who choose to be weak choose to be irrelevant. And that's it. If you like this dose of reality, click like, subscribe to the channel, and stop stalling. Wake up to life, or accept being a sidekick forever. The choice is yours.